What is going on, faithful? Live from Levi's, which you should be able to see right behind me. Just finished up training camp for Sunday. It was overall a good day. I would say my initial number one takeaway from today is the offense started catching back up. And this always happens in every single training camp, whether high school, NFL, college, doesn't matter. The defense always has a very large advantage early just because of the physicality and the simplicity of its more reactionary. The offense takes a while to catch back up. But today, 100%. There we go. That's what's up, man. Thank you. But the offense definitely caught up. I thought Sam Darnold had a great day in team. Trey Lance had some very great spotty plays. The consistency still wasn't there. So, the initial takeaways, again, of the quarterback play throughout camp, Brock did not practice today. Tomorrow he will be back, I assume. But Trey, he throws a deep touchdown pass to Chris Conley, of all people, and then overthrows Debo on a simple out route, fumbles a snap. It's just the consistency is not there. It is not, and I would argue it hasn't been there. The splash plays, they're there, but the slow progression of just being able to mitigate successful positive plays in a row. And again, I'm a Trey Lance guy. I'm just saying I have not seen once that Trey Lance has separated himself or gained ground to be the quarterback one. He did get all the quarterback one snaps to start team drill. When they went team red zone, Sam Darnold got those one snaps. So I would argue Trey Lance probably got more first team snaps today. We'll see how the ratio comes out with people that are just counting only those things. But Sam Darnold, again, the kind of MO for him in training camp, it doesn't look good in quarterback drills, doesn't look good in throwing drills, doesn't look good in 7-on-7. Then they go team, and he lights it up. Back-to-back touchdown plays, one on a deep end breaking route to Ayuk. Ayuk spiked the ball off the scoreboard, which was awesome. Very next play, possibly could have been a touchdown to Debo in the exact same 15-yard in breaking route behind the linebackers. Tackling Debo, we know, is very, very difficult. So, Sam Darnold, I thought had the better day today, but it wasn't like it was like, oh, it's the Sam Darnold or bust or anything along those lines. I do not feel that way at all. Now, if we are going to look at running backs, which I think is important, I'm going to be going live later today once I get home and I can go through my notes and pay attention to a little bit more of my clips and things that I filmed. We'll do a full episode. But running back is important to me. CMC also didn't practice today. So I wanted to see who is going to stand out when CMC is out. Elijah Mitchell got most of the first team reps, looked really, really good late in practice. Jordan Mason, JP Mason, he just looks different than anybody else on that field. Now, I will say this. He did have a fumble, one play, which was inexcusable for sure. He didn't fumble too much in the regular season. That was an issue. But, man, he just looks different. The speed looks different, the explosiveness. They were running team, and he had a play on the backside B gap. He would have scored a touchdown in flag football. Nobody touched him, and that was against the ones. So, he just pops. Pads aren't on. Tomorrow's the first day of pads, but he is already showing himself out tremendously. Another huge shocker, DFF, Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles. I'm going to be honest. I have him as a bubble roster player, but according to the rotation so far through camp, I was wrong on that. He has gotten 3 days in a row, so the first 2 days of camp, he was the backup Mike backer with the second team. Today, he was the starting Sam backer in place of Oren Burks. So, I don't know the pace in which the rookie linebackers, D. Winters, Jalen Graham, Marcelino McCrary-Ball from last year, Curtis Robinson, those guys, if they're going to close that gap. But right now, it seems to be there's a very clear 1 and 2 with Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw. I think the number 3 is Oren Burks. But DFF is really close behind him. Oren Burks didn't get a lot of team snaps today. I don't know what the situation was there. But DFF, we'll just have to kind of see what that looks like. Because right now, that dude is a lock to make the roster. And if you look at his guaranteed money, that makes sense. The contract says so. But he's getting a lot of snaps there. Also, Jake Moody, another day of no kicking. Went through the motions, and literally, when it was his turn to do team kickoff, he would run up and just mimic the kick and not kick a ball. Zane Gonzalez kicking everything. And so what the plan there is for Jake Moody seems to be day on, day off, day on, day off, whereas Zane Gonzalez kicks every single day. I don't think that will lead to quote-unquote kicking competition. I don't think that's even in place. but something's there with the health or longevity or stamina of Jake Moody, the new kicker. I don't know what that is. I really just don't understand what the plan is there. Hopefully, we'll get some clarification on that, but that's kind of where we are. So, again, as I kind of pull this video to a close, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, you enjoyed this. I just want my initial takeaways from each training camp practice that stood out. And today, I think the offense took some strides. I really, really do. Regardless of who the quarterback was, the offensive line did relatively well. There were some false starts. There was a bobbled snap. Just some issues there to get cleaned up. But the plays are working, and it seems like everybody's starting to gel together. Now, to disrupt that, as the offensive continuity continues to grow, you add on pads and the physicality. For most teams in the NFL, the offense would take a step back. But for the way the 49ers play, with all these yak bros, right, with Kittle, Debo, Juwan Jennings, Juszczyk, all the running backs, Elijah Mitchell, CMC for sure, but I'm curious to see what's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the show today. I'll have a full live show where I can get into Q&A. Right now, I'm just recording on my car. But I had a blast, met a lot of fun people, and we will be live later today with a full episode. But I just wanted to give you the clear, succinct, this is what I saw in training camp today as I head back home to the East Bay, and I'll be back with you guys shortly. Until next time, stay strong, faithful.